Obviously, thanks for everyone for coming. I'm officially announcing that I need to retire from the game of AFL footy. Before we get into any other questions and stuff, I just wanted to make some quick thank yous. I've got around to most of the players, or all the players and the club this morning, which was nice, but I just want to acknowledge them, the football club, for giving me a massive opportunity to do something that I love, and that's playing AFL football. And off the back of that, it's helped me in my life and my career, and it's helped me achieve what I wanted to achieve on the football field, but it's actually taught me so much more than that, which I'm forever grateful to the footy club for the opportunity. And then the people within the footy club, the environment I'm a product of my environment, and the last 15 years I've had all types of environment, goods, bads and the others, but all of that is lessons that have helped me become a better man and a better person, a better footballer. I come in, which I said to everyone before, a very fat kid from Albany. I'm still leaving a kid from Albany, a little bit lighter, I'm hoping, but it's been a privilege. So I just wanted to thank the footy club from the bottom of my heart, and all the staff and people involved over my career, which I spoke about before, but thank you all so much. My teammates, obviously, boys, I said it in there before, but they'll be my fondest memories, and things that I'll cherish for the rest of my life is sharing that footy field with all of you. So thank you, boys. To my family, it wouldn't be here without them. From mum and dad to my beautiful wife and kids now, and Jules. So thank you guys for all your support over the years. You've been amazing. So I can't thank you enough. To our fans, I think they've really shown their character the last few years, and how good our supporters and fans are, rocking up every week. We haven't been putting too many good performances together the last couple of years, but their true characters shone through on how much they really support us. So thank you guys so much for all your support. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll get to see you one more time and say goodbye. And then obviously to the game, the AFL, thank you for the great opportunity to play this amazing game, and it's been a real privilege and an honour, and something that I'll keep reflecting on into the future. But thank you.
What are the overriding emotions right
now? I've been through every emotion, I reckon. I'm obviously sad to be leaving the game and finishing up doing something that I really truly love. There's a lot of it that I don't love, but the actual game of football I do. So I've definitely mixed emotions, but probably more sad than anything.
Jeremy, is it hard to accept being told that you have to medically retire, or have you been able to sort of come to terms with it in recent times?
Yeah, I've had a fair few weeks to think about it, but it's not the way I want to go out, but I respect the decision, and it's the right decision. As much as you hate to admit it, as a player, you want to keep playing forever. But for me and my long-term health, it's definitely the right decision and call, and I'm at peace with it. It's okay, because I respect the game, and the game demands a lot from players. And in this instance, it's unlucky for me, but at the same time, there's a beauty to it, that it can get taken away at any time. So I hope everyone cherishes it and understands what our players go through every time they run out in that footy field. But it's sad not getting the fairy tale and all that, but I'm at peace with it. It's the right decision.
You mentioned your health. Are you potentially worried about that in the future, or you're okay?
I've still got to work through a fair bit of that. I don't want to sit up here the whole time and talk about that. I'd much rather talk about all the positive things in my career, but I've got to work through a few things after we get all this done and dusted, and just to make sure that I'm doing everything I can for my long-term health. But more importantly, just put me at a bit of peace of mind. I'm doing everything I can.
Jeremy, when did it become sort of clear to you that it was more likely than not that you would be retiring from the AFL?
Well, it didn't become clear until I went to the panel. There was obviously a fair bit of a lag there, or waiting, however you want to put it. So I was anxiously waiting, hoping for the best, but I think deep down I was sort of thought this might be the decision, and it's like I said before, it's a fair decision. So yeah, I've had plenty of time to think about it and come to terms with it. So yeah, it's the decision, and I respect it.
When were you told, Jeremy?
Sorry, mate?
When were you told?
When was I told? I was informed recently, pretty much straight after it, and then it had to be formal after that. So a couple of days ago.
We just saw a highlights package. You said before, though, that other things you'll remember. What will you remember about your time in the AFL?
All the struggles that we go through, all the pre-seasons, all the... I'll never forget a 2K time trial, that's for sure. But all the playing with teammates and great people, and then being coached by great people, being involved with great people is what I'll cherish for sure. And then just the game, like the fun of it. Once you cross and get on that footy field, that's what we're all here for as players, is to play that and do that, and I'll forever love that. And it's going to be hard, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore, which is probably the sad piece for me.
How did you go telling the teammates?
Yeah, I don't know, I probably butchered it, but no, that's one of the hardest things I've had to do. Just tell me teammates and friends and family and everyone that's helped you get to this point in your career, and it was always coming at some stage. You just dread it. I've dreaded it. I'm glad it's sort of half out the way. But yeah, I'll get around to everyone even further and tell them how much I love them.
Jeremy, you've had a phenomenal career. You mentioned you started as a fat kid from Albany, that you spent the first 3 years on the club's list and you didn't play a game. What was the turning point? Because it quite easily could have finished there. Yeah, the club really backed me in. It was a tough start for me. I had a lot of lessons to learn, and I was way off the mark. Professionalism obviously wasn't my one wood. Could play football, I guess, but my commitment level to the game wasn't high enough. And then I obviously got banished from the club back in the day. Simo probably did the best thing ever for me. He's sending me away with Martin Nikoski, who looked after me and gave me the best opportunity to try and get back and play footy. So after that, it was a big eye-opener, because it was, delist me or just give me a bit of a chance. And I think it was 2 or 3 months, wasn't it, Simo? That I had to get fit, lose some weight, and pretty much prove myself that I wanted to be here. And then from there, I sort of started to try and grow and keep getting better every year. And I was never perfect, but I was always trying.
Premiership, the highlight for you? Yeah,
Premiership. Yeah, that were good times. Yeah, definitely. Premiership's a highlight. That whole year was probably a highlight. The club went through a fair bit with changing facilities, leaving Subi, then we win the flag. So it was a big year, and something that was amazing, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
As a football public, we admire your ability to just throw yourself into packs and play injured. And do you look back on that and just wonder how you did it at times? You were able to just play through so much adversity, including that grand final?
No, I don't. I just feel like that's the way I play, and that's the way I was taught, and that's what's expected, I think. Well, that's my belief anyway of what the game expects and what the team expects and the club expects is for players to give everything. And sometimes especially being a backman, you're going to get yourself in some tough situations sometimes, but as long as I don't score, I'm normally all right with it. But if they score, it hurts even more. But it's just the way I was brought up to play the game, and I wouldn't change it.
How would you like to be remembered as a footballer?
As a good bloke, maybe. Because football's, that's why I'm here, but it's a bit bigger than that. But for me, it's just probably someone that everyone's proud of, really. Proud to play with, proud to be a mate, proud to be a father, son. That was probably what I'd like to be remembered for, as someone that they're proud of.
What's it been like having your kids? I guess you didn't come in as a father, and then you've had them and they've watched you play. What have they meant as part of your career?
Yeah, it's been amazing having them.
around. My young fella he was getting a bit emotional about the whole thing of me retiring. But yeah, I remember when I was young, my dad was at Freo, and I remember running around in the change rooms back then, and they were some of my first memories as a kid. So hopefully these guys will remember it, and it's definitely made things a lot easier. The back end puts a lot of things in perspective, and they're my harshest critics sometimes. I come home and the kids remind me about how poor my kicking was or my marking was, or I'm injured again. But yeah, there's enough of that now, and I can spend some time with them and focus on them as much as possible.
What else does the future hold? Coaching, the McGovern Foundation? What are you going to throw yourself into?
Yeah, I don't know yet, but obviously health-wise, I'll focus on that as soon as I finish and make sure everything's okay in that space. And then yeah, I've got some ventures outside that I've been doing while playing with the foundation and business and a few other things here and there, which yeah, I'll look at later on down the track. I'd love to tell you now, but no, I don't know. So I'll just work on my health first and then see where it fruits from there.
Do you see yourself staying around the group for the rest of the year and staying out 2025?
Yeah, we haven't really gone over that too much, but I'd be happy to. I'd let everyone know that I'll still be here. I'm only a phone call away, or whatever the role looks like for me, we'll figure out. But yeah, like I said, I'll work on my health stuff first, make sure everything's all sweet, and then from there we'll look at other avenues, whether we come back or not. Yeah, so no real decision or anything's been made yet.
Do you know how many concussions you've suffered all the way back since your junior days?
A few. I don't know exact numbers. I'm trying to think about the exact numbers, but I've had a few. Enough for me not to play, put it that way.
How proud were you of last season? We knew your injury troubles for a few years beforehand, but then to come back, get another All-Australian blazer, your first club championship, you know, how proud are you of that season?
Yeah, proud of that season for sure. Yeah, it was good to get back and just string some footy together. It'd been a long time before I'd strung a consistent, season together. So it was great to get back there and punch that full year out. But yeah, that's been a part of my journey, a part of my story. Unfortunately, has been a lot of injury. It's something I've had to deal with and manage, but it's taught me heaps. It would have been nice to play more games for sure, but that's not my path and not my story. So I've just got to embrace that and enjoy that, and try to enjoy it as much as I could. So it was good to get back last year and play some good footy, and I was looking forward to doing that for the next few years, but not to be.
Jeremy, your ability to intercept mark changed the way teams played against West Coast. How much of a strength was it for you, and how much time and effort did you put in honing the skill?
Yeah, I tried to put all my effort and thought and everything into the footy skill, the skill of the game. So yeah, it was, the marking side of things I was always had belief, and people always backed me in to go for it, as much as it might have hurt us at times in my soft drops, Webby, Praddy. Yeah, I'd like to think that most of the time I'd impact it, and for me it was just more about giving us a bit more bang for buck going the other way. I love spoiling, I'm a backman, but it's boring. So if we can take a couple of clunks and get it going up the other end, how good.
You've been here in good and bad in terms of being at the top and the bottom of the ladder, but how close do you feel it is to things turning around here?
Yeah, I think things are starting to turn, and this year, probably not the start that we wanted, and it was probably a little bit expected. Obviously with Mini coming in, a new game plan, new system, new players, it's a lot of change. It took us a little while to steady, and I think the last sort of 5 weeks, but probably barring the game on the weekend, was starting to make massive inroads, not on the win-loss tally, but in the way we wanted to play and statistically in some certain areas, and we're still a little while off, that's for sure. But for me, yeah, I'm very positive of the direction we're going, and I'm flat I'm not going to be a part of it on the footy field, but yeah, I feel the way that and the direction the club's going has been as positive as I've seen for a fair while.
Jeremy, what are you going to miss most about match day?
Pulling the jumper on. It's probably what I'm going to miss the most, because it was an absolute honour to pull that jumper on and represent the club. and then doing that with another 22 players that we're all running out to have a common goal of winning, and we're all contributing in our own ways. And then the highs and lows of it, and the emotion that the game brings is probably something I'm going to miss. It gives you every emotion known to man, and it's just given me so much. But probably pulling that jumper on and representing West Coast is probably what I'm going to miss the most.
And on the other side of the spectrum, what aren't you going to miss about match day?
On match day, what I'm not going to miss, putting a GPS in. No, the match day is not too bad. Probably the nerves, like the nervousness before the games was torture. But yeah, once you cross that line, it sort of all went away and you just played. But yeah, the build up to it and the preparation and everything was, you do that more than you do play. So I probably won't miss the nerves too much. Thanks, guys. Come on.